Hi everybody, today I'm going to show you how to make this little dog. He does stand quite nicely. You can see him. This is for my Simpsons series characters. This is Santa's Little Helper, their family dog. I will be making exactly like this today. This is the Rainbow Loom caramel bands that I ordered from their website. Now you can make him in any color that you'd like. Here's to show you what he looks like in another color. It's neon orange because I really like the neon orange color bands. So make them in white, make them in any color you like. And I will be using 2 white 9mm pony beads for the eyes. If you don't have pony beads for the eyes, I can show you how to make the eyes in bands. I haven't tried this design in bands, but they always do turn out cute. I am going to use 1 loom, and our loom is going to be in its original position with the arrows facing down. I'm going to get started. Now I'm going to show you how to do the back legs. I'm going to do both with you, and then I'm going to show you how to do both of the front legs. They're just a little bit different. So for the back legs, I'm going to start on the right and go down, and I'm going to start with 3 bands. And I'm going to go down the loom once. Now switching to double bands, we're going to go down twice. 1 and 2. We're going to do his foot, so we're going to use 3 bands and go down once. Now taking a single band, we're going to cap the end 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to repeat this on the left side before looping, so don't loop yet. I'm going to take 3 bands just so we can copy and go down twice using double bands. 1 and 2. Now for his foot, we're going to use 3 bands. And now we're going to take a single band and cap the end 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to loop up. So grab your hook, and it doesn't matter which one you're going to do. I'm going to do the right. You're going to reach in, moving that cap band out of the way, and grab those bottom 3 bands. You might want to hold that cap band down because as you're looping, it'll probably just slide right off. And go straight up. Now I'm going to do the other one. So reach in, moving the cap band out of the way, holding it down, and go forward. Now you can remove off the loom, and you can just kind of fix and slide off your hook, and it'll be fine to put to the side. Because they're going to be different, I'm going to put this to the right side of me so I don't get confused. And remove off. Our front legs won't have 3 bands at the top, so you will probably be okay. Just put to the side, and we're going to do the front legs now. So for the front, again, I'm going to do both with you, and we're going to go down the loom 4 times using double bands. So I'm going to start on the right. 1, 2, just double bands, 3, and 4. Now we're going to do his foot, so I'm going to use 3 bands and go down once. Now I'm going to cap the end with a single band wrapped around 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. We're just going to leave that there for a minute, and we're going to copy and go on the other side on the left. Just doing the same thing. Double bands and go down 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just going to push down. Now for his foot, we're going to use 3 bands and go down once. Taking a single band, you're going to cap the end 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. Now grabbing your hook, we're going to loop straight up, reaching in. Again, you might want to hold that cap band down when you're looping. And just slide over and go up. I'm going to do the other one now. Reach in, hold the cap band down, and go forward. Going to remove off the loom now, so just reach in and take off. Again, this will be fine if you just take off your hook and put to the side, and I will be putting it out to the left so I don't get confused. Again. Now we're going to make his ears, and it's quite simple. I'll do both with you. You're going to take double bands and you're going to go down twice. I'm just going to go down on the right. So 1 and then 2. Taking a single band, we're going to cap the end 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to do this again for his other ear. I'm just going to go on the left. Go down twice using double bands. 1 and 2. Now take a single band and you're going to cap the end 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. We're ready to loop up, so grabbing your hook, reach in, grab those bottom bands, you can hold your cap band down and go forward. The other side. I got caught. And remove off the loom. Just give it a little, just put it nice and neat and take off. I'm going to put these in the middle and remove. And we have his ears done, and now we're going to do his body. We're going to take double bands now and use double bands throughout. We're going to go from the left up to the center, and then the center down to the right. Now go down 3 times on the right using double bands. 1, 2, and 3. On the left side, we're just going to do the same thing. Go down 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to close this off. So we're going to go from the left down to the center and then center up to the right. We're going to fill in the middle. So we're going to go down, just starting at the top and go down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You might want to push the bands down in the center here. Now we're going to add the neck. So for the neck, you want to use 4 bands. So his head will stay up and go down once. Now we're going to add the shoulders. So I'm going to go from this left up to the center and then center down to the right. Now I'm going to go down once on the right, once in the middle, and once on the left, just with double bands. Now to make his belly a little bit stronger, I just added a couple of extra bands in here. So we are going to take double bands, and I'm going to go from the center down to the right, and then center down to the left. So you might want to push your bands down. Center down to the left. I'm going to push these bands down. And now I'm going to go from the left down to the center, and then center up to the right. Now we have a space here, so we want to go down in the center. This is what you should have. Now we're going to go down 3 times on the right, double bands, 1, 2, and 3. We're going to do the same thing on the left, go down 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to close this off now, so I'm going to go from the left down to the center, and then center up to the right. We're going to go down twice only using double bands in the middle, and then we're going to make the tail and attach at the last peg there. So 1 and 2. You should have a space here, and that's where we're going to add the tail. For the tail, you're going to need 7 bands, and I'm going to use the hook to do this part. So grab a single band, and you want to wrap this around your hook 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you have 4 loops. Now we're going to grab single and double it. Grab the bands with your hook and support with your finger and slide the bands on. Now grab both ends. We're going to do this again, a single, doubled, grab with your hook, and grabbing both ends here. We're at the 3rd loop now, grabbing a single, doubling it, attach to your hook, slide your bands on, and grab the other end. So right now I have a cap band and 3 loops. On the 4th loop, you're going to just double, grab with your hook, and slide on. Again, single, doubled, slide on. And the last band, which is the 7th band. Single, doubled, and slide on. Grab both ends. Now you want to grab double bands, and we're going to slide the tail on. Double bands and slide. I'm just going to grab both ends here and fix nicely so it's in the center. Now I'm going to attach this at the end here in the middle. So one end and then the other end. Push the bands down. Now grab a single band and we're going to cap the end in the middle here 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to attach one single holding band at the top, and I'm going to do an upside down triangle. So the top part of a triangle will be on the 2nd peg. So take a single, doubled, and we're going to make an upside down triangle. I think I just confused you there. And now we're going to do the eyes. So I will be using the 9mm pony beads. If you don't have, let's go ahead and take your hook and a single black band, and you want to wrap this around your hook 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Take a single white band and you want to wrap this around twice on either side of the black. So 1, 2, 1, and 2. Push down and make another eye. Single black, go around 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Take a single white and go around twice on either side. 1, 2, 1, and 2. And you can take a single band of the body color and slide the eye on. So you want to pinch and slide on. The next eye. And we're going to attach this on the second peg on the left going down to the second peg on the right going down. So with the pony beads, I'm just going to take a single, pinch, and slide the beads on. And just attach to the loom. Now take a single band, and we're going to do another holding band, and we need to double this. And we're going to attach on the third pegs going down. Again, take a single, double, and attach to the fourth pegs going down in a triangle. Now we need to attach 3 holding bands here, just a single and doubled. So I'm going to go right below this little area of lots of bands and make a triangle. Sorry, it's upside down. So sorry, so sorry. So sorry. So right now this end is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and your 8th peg's going down. Let's do another triangle. I'm so sorry. Double. And one more below. Single, doubled. Now I'm going to attach the ears. So grab your hook, and one of the ears I placed in the middle. You don't want legs for ears. So attach to your hook, and I'm going to slide this on the left side. So you just slide right on top, making sure all the loops are around your peg. The next ear, grabbing all the loops, and slide on. To the top corners. Now I'm going to start to loop the bottom area here, and then we're going to attach the back legs. So grab your hook, and you want to reach in at the bottom, in the center, move that cap band out of the way, and grabbing your top 2 bands, which should be going to the center. Reach back in and grab the next 2 bands, and they should be going to the right. Just going to fix there. Reach back in, grabbing the next 2 bands, and they're going up to the left. Now push your bands down, and we're going to grab our legs here at the back. So grab your hook, and you should be grabbing the legs if you put them on the left, or the legs with the 3 loops. You want to put these loops on your hook. So you should have 6 loops on your hook. I'm just going to fix because they're twisted. And what I'm going to do is attach 3 of these loops to the second last peg from the bottom of his body, and the next 3 loops to the last peg here on the left. So I'm just going to push these bands down, and I'm going to slide 3 on, and then the other side, the next 3 loops. I'm going to do the same thing on the right, so I'm just going to turn my loom around, grabbing the next back leg that has 3 loops here, put on your hook, and you want to push your bands down, 3 loops at the end, and then the next 3 loops at the second last one from the end of his body. Now I'm going to loop up 3 sections on the right, so just the bottom bands. I'm not going to loop any part of this leg. So reach in at the bottom. You might find it tight. What you want to do is bring your bands up. When you're bringing the bottom bands up, just slide around your peg and then you go forward so you don't break your bands. Reach in, moving that holding band out of the way, and the same thing, just slide over from the left to the right and go up. We're going to go up one more time, move the holding band out of the way, and slide around your peg. And you want to stop. On the left, the same thing. Go up 3 times. Reach in, hold your leg down if you need to, and go around. It's really tight because of this double holding band. Go around and go up. Reach in one more time, go around and up. I'm going to go up twice in the center now. Reach in. 1 and 2. Now, when you reach in the center, you want to grab the top 2 bands, and they should be going up to the right. Just slide over your pegs and go, oh sorry, they should be going up to the middle. Forgive me. Reach back in, grab the next 2 bands, and they're going up to the right. Reach back in, grabbing the last 2, and they're going up to the left. Now reaching in on the left here, we want to move these bands out of the way and grabbing the top 2 bands. And they're going up to the center. Slide over. If it's too tight, you can just take your hook and release some of the tension. I'm going to go on the right and grab the top 2 bands, and they should be going up to the center. Reach in. If it's too tight, don't force it. Just move the bands around with your hook and then reach back in and grab those 2 bands. Now we just have to loop this section up. So I'm going to go on the left, reach in, and loop up one more time. Again, if it's tight, just loosen it up. And now we're going to stop here because this area is the shoulder and we need the other legs. You know I just said that because I almost forgot to loop the legs. Okay, on the right, grab the double bands and loop up this one section here and stop. You want to push your bands down and we're going to attach the front legs. So grab your hook, you're holding it, and put your leg on. It should only have 2 bands at the top here, and you want to slide at the end of the shoulder here. Grab the next leg and attach. And slide on the opposite side. And now we just have to loop up the shoulders and this last band in the center. So you can move the leg out of the way and you're reaching for your bottom 2 bands and slide over the peg, don't force it. On the right, reach in, again don't force it. And now we have 1 left in the middle to loop. So this might be tight, take your hook, go around, and make sure that you're pushing all these bands out of the way. So you want to just grab the bottom 2 bands and go around and up. Now we're going to loop the neck up and then lift up part of the body, and we're going to make his nose. So just reach in, grabbing those 4 bands. If it's too much bands, you can just do 2 at a time. And now I'm going to reach in at the chin area and loop up just this section. So reach in and go up once in the center, reach back in, grabbing the next 2 bands, and they should be going up to the right. Again, if you find this area tight, just loosen it up. Slide over your pegs. And now, what we want to do is loop up one more time in the center. So reach in and go up one more time. Now I'm going to remove part of this body, just so we have some room. So I'm just going to use my hook, because they'll be tight. And I'm just going to remove them up to the arms, or up to the front legs. We don't need that much room. Okay, so let's do the nose now. For his nose, you're going to need 3 black bands. That's for the tip. So grab double bands of your body color, and you want to go down twice on the loom. So I'm just going to start right here, and I'm going to go down one more time on the left here. And now on the opposite side, on the right across, you want to go down twice. 1 and 2. Now we're going to close this off using double bands. I'm going to go from the left down to the center, and then the center up to the right. Now I need to go down 3 times in the center. I'm going to push these bands down. Grabbing double bands, we need to start at the peg above the right and the left. So 1, 2, and 3. Grabbing a single band, we're going to double this and make a triangle band. We're going to do this again, single, double, and just right below. And now we're going to make the tip of the nose. So grab your hook, single black band, and you want to wrap this around 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Grabbing another single black band, you want to go around 4 times, just right on top of this band. So 1, 2, just moving around, 3, and 4. Grab a single black band. We're going to double this, and we're going to slide these bands on. So just pinch, slide on, now grabbing the other end. This is the tip of his nose. I'm just going to fix some of these bands now. Just a lot easier to fix. They're a little bit twisted. I pulled too much. And we're going to attach at the bottom here in the center, and this will act as our cap band. So we're going to slide on, making sure that you got all the loops around. Now we're going to loop up. So reach in, grabbing the top 2 bands, and they're going up to the center. You can continue to loop up the center, and I think that's what I'll do right now. So reach in and just go to the top. Reach back in, grabbing the next 2 bands, and they're going up to the right. I think I'm going to continue to loop up to the top on the right, move these bands around, slide your bands around the peg, and go forward. Around. Reach back in, grabbing the next 2 bands, the last 2 bands, and go straight up. Just go around the peg, around. And now we're ready to remove off the loom. So what's going to happen is I'm going to take my hook and remove the bands off the right, and then the center, and then the left. So reach in the middle and remove off the loom. You want to be careful I'm just using my fingers. And I'm just going to fix the loops. So now you have 12 loops around your hook. What we're going to do is attach the first 4 loops on your third peg going down on your left. The next 4 loops are going to be attached to the third peg going down in the center, and then the last 4 loops are going to be attached on the third peg going down on the right. So you'll want to push your bands down. And this is quite simple. You're just pinching 4 of the bands. You want to slide them on the third peg, remove your hook, and push down. Grab the next 4 bands with your hands and slide down on the third peg going down in the middle. Push down the bands. Then your last set, just pinch the 4 loops and attach on your third peg going down on the right. And all my loops are on, and we're ready to loop up. So reach in on the right. Again, it's going to be tight, so just slide your bands around and go up. Reach in, moving all these bands out of the way and grabbing your bottom 2. Loop around the peg and then go up. Reach in. Now move your ear out of the way, grabbing just the bottom 2 bands, and go to the top. This is kind of tight, so I'm just going to loosen this up. And go to the top. On the left, you want to reach in, slide the bands around, and go forward. Reach in, moving all these bands out of the way and grabbing your bottom 2. Reach in. Here, I'm going to try to loosen some of the tension up. It's the double bands, making it tight. And grab the bottom 2 bands. Now, I'm going to go down at the third peg in the center, and that's where I want to start to loop up. I'm going to separate these eyes from one end to the other here. So reaching in at the third peg, grabbing your bottom 2 bands and go up. You have to go up one more time. Now grab a single band. You can double it if you'd like, or use 2 bands. Reach in, and we're going to do a slip knot. Grabbing both ends and slide over. He's ready to come off the loom. So I'm just going to continue down here at the bottom, removing him, and I'm going to use my hook. And just be careful. You've come too far to rush. So this is what you should have, and now I'll show you how to fix. The first thing that I'm going to do is bring the eyes to the front. And if you used bands, you can just fix the eyes by moving them around. And now I'm going to hide the slip knot. So I'm just going to turn them around. With my hook, I'm just going to go through the center of the head here, grabbing the band, and just bring it through. Just going to hide this one more time. And for the ears, I am just going to bend and kind of bring towards the front. The other side. Bend, and I'm just bending down. Now, with your hook, what you want to do is you're going to put it in where the 4 bands are. So this is the neck area. You just want to go right through to the center And you want to bend the bands back. So bringing his head more towards the back. And you can take your hook out. Now with your hook, in this section of the bands, you want to put your hook through to the other side and kind of give it a bend backwards. You don't want to do it too much. And now we're going to bend his body flat, bring his legs to the side here. His legs. The tail, you can have it up if you'd like. And now underneath, in this area where we put the extra bands, you want to take your hook, just go through the side from one end to the other, and you want to just bring these bands and puff them out a bit. Take your hook out. And now you want to bend the tip of his feet. So to do that, you can just take your hook, go through just the bottom part of his feet and bend them forward. But to do this, you might want to put your cap bands at the end. And now for the back legs. You're just putting your hook through the last teardrop here. And he should be able to stand. If his head is too far down, you just want to bend the head again a little bit more and stretch that neck out. So he should be standing. If you find that the bands are loose in the back here, just kind of make sure that they're even. And now if you want to color the eyes, just take a black marker. You don't want to make the dots too big. You just want tiny little dots. So I'm going to do little circles. And for his nose, what we're going to do is with your hook, you're going to go through the bottom part of his nose, just through this section of bands, bend his nose a bit, remove your hook, and then with your fingers, you want to just put your finger through, kind of in the middle here to bend up. And then you can kind of just play around with it. I do hope you enjoyed Looming with Cheryl. Please subscribe. I do have a lot more designs to load. And maybe you can bend his legs just a little bit back and his legs front, and then he should stand. You're just going to have to fix him around a bit. I'll just stay with you until I get this right. And there he is. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. If this head is still going down a little bit, all you're going to do is just fix the area. So we have bent this neck part just as much as we can do. Just go back in to the next area, put your hook through, and bend a little bit more. Remove your hook, and his head should be up. Now if the legs are turned, just kind of fix, and he should be great. I do hope you enjoyed Looming with Cheryl. Please subscribe down below. I have a lot more designs to load, and I will see you next time with another one. Bye for now.